All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto the Israelite foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. I'll make this a quick show to the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua. Spirit had it where this particular verse came up today. You know, this Bible app, time to time, sometimes it's a hit or miss. So I don't look for scriptures in the particular Bible app. It just pops up, and then whatever pops up that morning, if it fits the spirit, I'm like, okay, that's the spirit. And I was, let me read it real quick. It's Proverbs 11:25. It says, "The liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that watereth shall be watered also himself." And reading that's very encouraging to know and to understand what's going to happen. And you can apply this scripture as all scriptures of today's climate. So, who are the liberal? When you go into, matter of fact, I should do one into this, but I had the precepts locked up. When you go into liberal, it means noble. All right, it means a noble person, royal blood. So, we knowing that we blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we are the biblical Israelites. All right, you come from the stock of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the chosen line. Sometimes you may not feel like you're chosen. Sometimes you may feel that the world doesn't see you, but it doesn't matter what the world sees, what the Most High sees. And it says, the liberal soul shall be made fat. And the fat is talking about the riches. And we know when you go to Romans 11:33, it says, "O depths and the riches of the Most High." Roughly paraphrasing it. I'm going to get it, but just give me a few. The fatness means we're spiritually rich. Revelations 2:9 it tells you. I know, I keep quoting stuff. Let me get this real quick. Matter of fact, I had this anyway. So it says, it's not Matthews. This is Matthews 9:37. Real quick. It says, "Then saith unto his disciples, The harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth laborers unto his harvest." So the harvest represents what? This word, this truth. The Lord is promising that there's plenty of work in this truth. There's plenty of job opportunities. When you go to Matthew's the 20th chapter, it clearly tells you that the Lord found laborers that wasn't doing nothing, and he gave them all a job. And that's us. This is all going to come full circle. So we are hired by the Lord, right? We have purpose, we have mission to go out there in the highways and byways and teach this word. So in order to teach, you need to be fulfilled. In order to be fulfilled, the Lord has to add on to you. All right? That's why it says about the liberal, going back to that particular, the soul was made with fatness, meaning your soul will be fulfilled. And what makes our soul fulfilled? This word. The Yahushua said it the best. Man should not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Lord. So when we sit down and digest this delicious meal that is the scriptures, it leaves us not wanting for anything. So us not wanting for anything is making us fat. All right? This is one scripture. But I said, let me get this real quick. Revelations 2:9. It says, "I know that works in tribulation and poverty." So this particular verse telling you the conditions of the Lord's people. Their works, our works. What is our works? Go out in the highways and byways and push this work. All right. Scripture tells you in Revelations, 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, that they should be saved by their works. Real quick. Kind of all over the place, but hey. 2nd Ezra 9 and 7. Everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by the faith whereby he believed. So it's not about just believing that you're a Hebrew Israelite. It's about some sort of work, helping the body. All right, doesn't mean that you got to get physical. Whatever your gift is, you do something for the truth. You're doing something to push the ministry, to feed the flock of the Lord. All right, the Lord said to Peter 3 times, feed my flock, feed my sheep. Right? Why he meant by that is by teaching them the truth. Be constant. Right? So we'll be saved by our works, even though the works is not determining if you're the party elect. But the elect is going to do the works. And it says in James, you should know not just by your sayings, but by your works as well. Roughly paraphrasing, I can't think of the scripture off top. So it says, where was that? Let me read it again. It says, 2nd Ezra 9 and 7. Everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works, and by faith whereby ye believed shall be preserved from the said perils. So it's about being preserved. So going back to the scripture, this particular scripture is called coming in now. The liberals shall be made fat. So we're still on the fat business, right? So going back to this, it says, Revelations 2 and 9. I know that works in tribulation and poverty. So he knows what we're going through because he put us through this. All right? He put us through this this difficult task. Okay? But thou art rich. But despite what we're going through, we are rich. I quoted the scripture from Romans 11 and 33. How rich, what makes us rich is knowing the Lord. Tell you in Jeremiah 9 and 21, I believe. It's a good scripture. Tell you that let not a man boast himself or be proud about his riches, his might, and all that he knows and glorify the Lord. These are the riches that we are provided. This is what makes us fat. This is what makes us rich. Okay? And I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not, but a synagogue of Satan, which that's a twofold scripture. It's talking about Israelites, okay? But it's also talking about the small hatters, okay? So we're rich. So what does it got to do with anything? And it says, and he that watereth shall be watered himself. So I could get the one in Corinthians. Let me get this one real quick. 2 Corinthians 9 and 6. But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly, and he which soweth bountiful shall reap also bountiful. What does it mean? You put in whatever you put in, you're gonna receive. So what are we supposed to put in? We're supposed to put in our all into this. All right, the best that we can. And then when things go awry, the Lord is going to give back. So our focus right now should be in what? Real quick. Let me get this real quick. Back in Matthew's 6 and 14. Matthew 6:19. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So we are future investors, and we should have been future investors. So we put in to work, because the harvest is plentiful, and it's not just about doing million videos. Doing a lot of videos is great, it's beautiful, but there's a lot of behind the scene things that needs to be done for the church. There's a lot of things, everybody don't have the same office. Some brothers have more of the Spirit of the Lord than others. But once you give it all you have as a person, an individual, because this thing of ours is about individuals and also the collective. Well, whatever you put in, you shall receive. Right? So that's the Lord watering us. Watering us. For what? For increasing us. It says, verse 22, the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, meaning focus, the whole body shall be full of light. And that's what we're trying to achieve. That our whole body is full of light. That our mind is set on heaven and heavenly things. Yeah, the things of the earth is going to affect us to a certain degree. But we always got to go back to what? The source. The scriptures. It is the scriptures that makes us uniquely special, because we apply the scriptures to our everyday lives. All right? We're not like these other Israelite camps. We're not there to be seen by men. Okay? Scripture tells you, I'm going to get that real quick. Ephesians 2:12. It says, wherefore, my beloved, as you have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So it's not about the eyes of men, it's about the eyes of the Lord. And the Lord is constantly looking at us while we're not with brothers. That's the focus. So the Lord is going to increase those that need to be increased. All right. Everything's about due season. And why we need it to be increased for, real quick. Get this real quick. Ecclesiasticus, so Sirach 2. And I saw that 2. Set thine heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Meaning what? Make not haste in the time. Matter of fact, I started 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So preparation, you got to prepare yourself. All right. Understand that things is going to go astray. Things are going to seemingly right, but it's going to be wrong. Absolutely wrong. Right? So you got to be in that mindset. Set that heart aright and constantly endure. So have a single mind and constantly endure. Whatever comes your way, build, reference. We should always, when we in a down and out spirit, pray to the Lord. That is our go-to. And it says, and make not haste in the time of trouble. So when things don't go our way, first thing you're supposed to do is what? Cry unto the Lord. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that mayest be increased at thy last end. So when do we need that increase? We need that increase every single day of our life. But the main increase we're going to need is Revelations 3 and 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. So we keeping that word, keeping that which was given unto us, bestowed unto us, that we was made fat, that we was made rich out of. All right, we've been increased every single moment. All right, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. So there's your reward. There's the payment that we need so dearly. The scriptures tell you that some shall what? Be beheaded for Yahweh Shai. So we got to prepare ourselves in the mindset that we might be taken out of the earth in a violent manner. But as long as we appease the Lord, and we've been doing what the Lord wanted us to do the whole time, the build-up, there's always a build-up. You watch any film, any good film, there's always a build-up. So once we do what's according to the Lord, then he's going to increase us at this particular time, which we all need. Ain't no tough man in Israel. All right? Ain't no tough guy. Yeah, I'm whatever, I'm going to do what, you don't know what you're going to do. Lord willing, when things go awry, go against us, that we are be able to deal with that. And that's why we do what we do. So the time of when we need the most, we can cash out. It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And what is that hour of temptation? That hour of temptation is that Revelation 13 and 16. That MOTB, the microchip, the RFID microchip. That's the ultimate temptation. All right. Do you want to coexist in a world that does not support Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai? Or do you want to take your chances with the Lord? And our first answer should be, let's take our chances with the Lord. But it's not about taking a chance. It's about being one with the Lord. And this is why the Lord is increasing us. Yeah, we want all hell to break loose. We want certain things to take place. But the reasoning why things are going the way it is, and it seems like some sort of normalcy, but it's not normal and all that, it's to build our faith more every single day. Whatever we lack, prayer-wise, whatever the Lord sees that we need, he's allowing us to call upon him so that way he can increase us. All right? So it was something through the Spirit of the Lord. This is a heavy little verse. It says a liberal, once again, liberal meaning noble. Noble meaning of royalty. But it's talking about a noble soul, meaning a good spirit, a spirit that the Lord considers which is most the elect, right? Shall be made fat. That fatness is we talk about is the riches of the Lord, which is knowing him. And he will watereth, he that watereth shall be watered also. So what you do for the working of the Lord is going to increase you at the end. So with that being said, shalom to the elect, the nation is of shalom.